So I said I was going to share a letter to my younger self as part of last week's Neurodiversity Celebration week. Well, it took me a little while to think, yes, I'm actually going to do this, because it was a bit like, ooh. But here it goes. Dear younger Sarah, school is hard for you, isn't it? I know, but it will get better. You love learning. You soak up all the information. You're like a sponge. But getting it down onto paper is impossible. I know. Words don't come easily. Writing takes forever. Your sentence structure is a struggle. And all while your friends are filling pages and getting to go out to break, and you can only write a few lines. Spelling tests make your stomach knot. Comprehension lessons leave you feeling lost. And there's even tears. Quite a few tears. You've even had a teacher describe you as careless, lazy, and you'll never forget her. She's one of the things that spur you on. But you aren't either of those things. I promise you. You are trying harder than most people will ever realise. And yes, I know it's tiring, but you'll get there. Primary school doesn't always understand you. You know that your mum and dad have tried to get you the support that they feel you need. But unfortunately, they never seem to get anywhere. No one is listening. But you've got your bright moments too. Your year 4 teacher, you won't forget him either, Mr. Collinson. He changed things a little. You discovered poetry and the love for being in class. He made learning fun. He made it that bit more accessible. And you loved the poetry that he used to share in class. Please, Mrs. Butler, and Heard It in the Playground by Janet and Alan Alberg. Those books made you laugh. They make you feel that those words are accessible. You understand it. And those books will stay with you for many, many years, longer than you realise. Because when you become a teacher, you will share those same poems with your own class. In fact, one of the first things you'll do when you get to start your teaching practice is buy those books to share with your classes. But even when primary school finishes, the struggles still continue. Comprehension is really difficult. And you know that when you've had comprehension on a Friday mornings, that you're going to be filled with dread. And you're staring at the text. And you don't understand it. You don't understand the text. You don't understand the questions. And looking back now, as a teacher, you realise you probably actually weren't even taught the skills and the strategies that we teach today. Retrieval, inference, vocabulary. And as a teacher, you're very aware to make those things clear to the children in your classroom today. You just have to figure it out. When you get to high school, you're starting to build your coping strategies without even realising it. You just seem to be getting on with it all. But the detail always catches you out, even when you understand the content. You drop in marks because you've missed something small. Now, I remember you working really hard on a geography assignment, researching it, typing it up beautifully, adding photos, which in the year 2000 wasn't an easy feat. At first it was marked as an A star, only to be changed to a U, because your geography teacher believed that you'd copied it word for word. The truth really was a lot simpler than that, and far more frustrating, if anything. You tried to rewrite the information, but you didn't yet have the vocabulary or the skills to fully make it your own. Then, when you start working on your GCSEs, something's going to change. Your GCSE teacher, Miss Hine, she notices, and you'll never forget her. She was the changing point. She saw it. She spots a spelling pattern no one else had recognised before. Just simply which way you'd written the word view, with the I and the E the wrong way round. And she digs a little deeper into your work, and she finds actually this isn't just a one-off. She helps. The support starts to appear. Extra time, exam prep, and help from the in-school SEN team, who were fantastic. For the first time, things start to make sense, and incredibly, you walk away with a B and C in English at GCSE, which really, there were times when that felt impossible. College wasn't easy either. Some subjects just didn't suit, but psychology is going to spark something in you, so keep it going. You don't get your first choice into university, or your second for that matter, but Bangor University will give you a place. And that really is the moment that sets you on your future path. And the very next day after accepting your place, you will walk into the Miles Dyslexia Centre, and at 18, you will finally be diagnosed with dyslexia. And for the first time, you'll really understand why things have always been so hard. And with support from the centre and disabled students allowance, you gain access to assistive technology. Not quite the same as we have these days. You have support from the team. They proofread your work. They send you for drama lessons in the local high school, so you can build your confidence to speak in front of a class of children. And it makes an enormous difference, I can't tell you. And in 2008, you'll qualify as a primary teacher. You might be a little bit disappointed. You just miss out on the next grade of degree level by a small margin. But you've worked hard, and you'll keep going. And you know what? Life has a funny way of coming full circle. Years later, when you reach 2023, 2024, you return to Bangor University to start studying a master's and specialising in dyslexia, and you will become a specialist dyslexia teacher. The struggles don't disappear completely. Some days you still have the spelling blanks. You can't quite get your words out, to the point where you even trip over them. And as always, the detail slips away. But now you understand your brain, and you use it to understand and support others. The empathy. Today, here in 2026, you support other children who feel exactly the same as you do right now. overwhelmed, frustrated, and trying their absolute best. You are also supporting your own daughter through her dyslexia journey. It hurts to see her struggle and the tears that sometimes come with that, because you recognise those feelings too. You recognise them all too well. Watching her navigate school sometimes feels like you're looking in a mirror at your younger self. She's bright, she's curious, and she gives her absolute best, just like you did. And it reminds you why understanding and having the right support matters so much. And you will always advocate her, not just her, but every child who comes through your door and feels like you once did. So here's what I want you to know, younger Sarah. You will get there. You will become a teacher. And your dyslexia will become one of your greatest strengths. It will give you empathy, understanding, and the ability to support children who feel exactly like you once did. And through that, you will help make school a little bit easier for them, because no child should feel that they're not intelligent simply because their brains work differently. Love, Sarah.